Okay, so today is the vlog for this is the vlog for May 7th. And uh computer's working again. So let me just stress how all of this went down, and I'm noticing something very weird is going on with the color balance in here, and now it's gone dark and now it's bright again. I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if the light coming through the window is to blame. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to... There we go. Okay. It's still weirdly bright in here. I'll turn on that light next time. Maybe that'll make a difference, but I don't know. I found out that I had a computer problem last night when I went to start the camera app to do my vlog for the evening, and it didn't work. And so, having grown up in the 80s and 90s, did my middle school years in the 90s, that's when I started using my computer a lot. The internet came of age in the 90s, and I was using it all the time. So I'm used to having a weird computer problem, and I'm used to fixing that problem by powering off the computer and powering it back on. What's the number one thing you were asked to do to solve any problem that you're having with the computer? Power it off and power it back on. So that's what happened. The camera app didn't work when I clicked on it, so I powered the computer off and powered it back on. And that's when it stopped working completely. The Windows button was non-responsive. I didn't have any icons on the taskbar. This is a Windows 10 Surface Book, and obviously Windows 10 isn't the most ideal operating system in the world. Sorry for the shaking the camera. I'm moving my feet around a little bit. But Windows is pretty classic for if it doesn't work, try turning off the system and turning it back on and see what happens. And this was the first time in a long time where that didn't solve the issue. So I was at my wit's end. I didn't know what to do. I probably powered it off and powered it back on at least 4 or 5 times. I ran that tool last night. I showed on the iPhone vlog. That didn't bring up any weird errors or anything. It still didn't work this morning on the way to work. I stopped at Starbucks. It didn't work in the Starbucks. There was no internet signal. I couldn't connect to the internet. The icon that I click on to connect to internet connections with Wi-Fi wasn't there. I have no idea what's going wrong. I right click on the taskbar, which brings up a special menu, including the power options, and I just decide, what the heck, restart. As soon as it restarted, it was working fine, and it's been working fine ever since. I brought this up to my friend Philip, and Philip said that he has heard that when you put Windows 10 into, when you power it off, you're actually putting it into a state deeper than sleep that is sometimes referred to as hibernation, but it's not actually powered off all the way because it's still remembering certain things and it's drawing power, and it does this to speed up the rebooting process. But in this case, it was maintaining whatever issue I seemed to be having in the first place and perpetuating it until I hit restart, which actually does do a power cycle under Windows 10. So restarting theoretically should solve the issues that people have that are normally solved by powering off and powering on. However, that said, I believe that there are a number of applications that run background tasks that use the old Windows formula, so a restart doesn't actually solve the issue when you do. So basically, there are some things that you need to power off and power back on for, and there are some things that you need to restart and do that to fix. Great. The too long didn't read version of this is the laptop is running again. I can keep doing my vlogs Oddly enough, the camera application seems to have done some sort of update because it has new features, but obviously this weird white balance, not white balance, the light balance. It's not a brightness thing. It's a contrast thing, I think, and I honestly don't know what's going on. After I'm done with this, maybe I'll tweak it. I'll turn off the light and see if just the ambient light in the room makes it better. Maybe it's the white shirt. Maybe I have to wear darker shirts. If I do one of these, is this changing? Does my face look darker now? It sort of does. And now it turned lighter. I don't. Technology, making lives easier. I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.